Hello and welcome to an ARK Survival Evolved tutorial video. In this video I will be covering the importance of hide and how to get loads of it. As you know, in ARK there are bosses, so the main purpose really is to defeat them bosses, but you need better armor saddles. So as you can see, I've got one with 352.7 armor, and this Ferrazino is doing, as you can see, like 12 to 22 damage. But if I swap it out for 25 saddle armor, as you can see, it starts doing more, like 27 to 39 instead. On official settings, you can't get 352.7 armor saddles. This is capped on the server I play on, but on normal servers it's around 124 points in it. So if you want to get capped one there, that's what you're aiming for. But if you want better saddles, you want good blueprints, and as you can see, my 215 armor Uteranus saddle needs 35,000 hide. That's a lot, but you're probably thinking, well, you only really need one UT in a boss battle anyway. But this is my Giga saddle. You'll need like 12 for normal purple OSTs, I mean. And look, 50,000 hide, that's very hard to get. Unofficially, I'm pretty sure you can't even fit it inside a smithy and craft it because the stacks are too small. But if the stacks are bigger, then you can do that, but you still need to get the hide. The fibre and metal isn't that hard. So as you can see, I've got a chainsaw in my hand. I wasn't meant to do that. Well, I've got a chainsaw in my hand. It is a capped one, which is 755.3 for this server. But it doesn't matter how good your saddle is. All it does is make it saw and collect hide faster. Now you could kill like Diplos, Brontos and Parisers with your chainsaw, and you'll get around 2,000 each with 5 times harvest. But that's not that much, and if you're making multiple saddles, that's just going to take ages. So instead I'll show you a faster way to do it. Before we continue, please like and subscribe so you don't miss another video, or if you find this video helpful. So as you can see, I've got a sheep here. It's got 1600 health. It's been in a cryo, so you're about to see a bunch of levels appear because it's been in there quite a while, and dinos gain 2 times as much XP in cryos, as you can see. So it's got 1600 health. I'm going to pump every single level in health. As you can see, it's now got 7,200 health. So now you want to grab a sword out and hold Y on it, or whatever button to interact with it, and slaughter it. As you can see, it's dead now. Now, if you use a chainsaw, this is where you get loads of hide. As you can see, hide pelted button. It's 5 times harvest, so you won't get loads less if you're unofficial. It actually gets quite a lot, so you have to make sure you put it away so you don't lag out. So as you can see, it's pretty fast. It will be slower with a normal chainsaw, but I'm pretty sure you won't get loads less either. You also want to drop the mutton every now and then if you're not going to use it, because it does occupy your inventory quite a bit. So as you can see, from that sheep I got 32,000. I probably should have got more if I didn't forget to drop that out, because that was probably blocking my inventory. Well, anyway, that is still a lot. You're probably thinking, well, that couldn't get you 1 Giga saddle from the BP I showed you. But now say you've got a big Ovis breeding setup, and then you can get like 24 at once, then put them in cryos, breed again, put them in cryos, and repeat that, and you can get loads of hide. But first, how do you tame an Ovis? Well, it's really simple. Probably one of the easiest tames beside what you need to tame them. So it's a passive tame, and it's not aggressive, and you only need 1 piece of food, no matter how high the level. So for this, you'll need a veggie cake, just 1. You might want to get multiple, so you can tame multiple and find the highest level possible, because the higher the health, the more hide, pelt and other stuff you'll get. You can craft veggie cakes in cooking pots or industrial cookers with water. If it's a cooker, you'll just need irrigation attached to it. And to make one, you need 2 giant bee honey, 4 sap, 2 rock carrot, 2 long grass, 2 savoot and 4 simulant, and 25 fibre. So you will need crops on the go. Once you've crafted that, you can just find an Ovis, and I'll put some maps showing where you can find Ovis. They can be found on every map. I suggest going to Ragnarok in the Highlands because you can find loads of them, and most of them are high level. So you want to breed up Ovis obviously and cry them when they're raised. But now I'm going to show you a layout to fit 24 female Ovises with 1 male, so you can get 24 per breed. So now we're on a solo world where we can fly, so I can show you how to build it easier. So what you'll need is a 3x3 flat area. It doesn't have to be an ocean platform, just flat, and doesn't have to be tech either. So first you place a pillar. This is not the first layer. You can't build it on the floor because sheep lay baby through the floor most of the time. So you place the pillar, a ceiling, then you make a 3x3 square up here. If you want to incorporate a trough, you can place it here. You can place it anywhere really because it's so small that the trough range will just reach anywhere you put it, as long as if it's not like miles away at the other side of your base. Now here, you want to spawn sheep or bring your tame ones along. I'm spawning them for the point of this video, but you can cry them and use ramps if you want. So as you can see, that's the command to spawn sheep if you want to like try it out. Seems I've mucked it up. Yeah, I've forgotten an underscore. There's meant to be one there as well. So as you can see, that spawns a sheep. This one's a male. I preferably want to get all the base ones female so I can show you that it works. So if you're doing it normally, you probably want to place a ramp as I said. And then you want to maneuver a sheep over to this corner and line it up here and go towards the middle. So like that. And you also want ones on the edges like this. So as you can see like that. Then you want to fill in every part of it with female sheeps obviously. Make sure their bums are off the edges, otherwise they lay it in the centre there. And as I said earlier, they fall through the floor. So as you can see now, we've got one in all the corners and all the edges. There's 8 in total, they're all female. Now you want to put another pillar in the centre, and after that you just want to repeat the bottom layer on this second layer. You want a male in the middle this time as well though. This one just went through the floor, which is really annoying. So you want to build another ramp. You want your females at the corners and edges still. So now as you can see, we've got the second layer in place with all females and a male in the middle. The bottom one doesn't need a male, as I said earlier. That one's dead because it fell through the floor. Then you want to put a large wall or 3 normal walls, not a pillar in the centre because that would just be in the way, and you can't place things inside of things in official. So you want to do a third layer with another 3 by 3. Then you want to put females in the corners and the edges again to make 8. No male in the middle is needed. As you can see now, I've got 24 females and a male in the centre. It is done now. I'm just going to kill all these sheep and show you it working. So now then, you want to remove these outer ceilings. Make sure you keep the middle one. As you'll see, the sheep will start bobbing up and down, but they won't fall. If I go out of render distance, as you can see, then go back in, you'll see that the sheep are still there. They haven't glitched through, so it doesn't matter about that. So obviously you want front legs on the middle, otherwise they'll just fall completely. And back legs off. Once you've got that, you'll see they'll all start doing it. Now because we'll have to destroy it up here as well, you can do an overhang here and incorporate it so it doesn't go all the way down to the sheep and obstruct the male. Oh well, that mucked up. Well, you know what I mean anyway. So we'll do this on the middle one. I'm not going to redo that I'm afraid, but I'll show you it working on the bottom one so you know it works at the top too. So as you can see, they're all bobbing up and down except top ones because they're glitched now. Well, you're probably thinking, how do you get the male on mating? Well, with Genesis 2 update, they added the feature where you can go into behaviour and set copy settings to nearby Ovis, so you can turn breeding on. Let me just show you they're all females first. So that one. And then there's these top ones. And then there's the middle ones. That's to show you that I hadn't just put one on the bottom layer, which is a male, to make it work larger and distant, and that's proof that there's none underneath either. So obviously there's the male in the centre. Now let's turn them all onto breeding. So now copy settings to nearby dino, Ovis, and now as you can see it's copied to the other 24 and they're all breeding. They will fall through. These top ones might be funky because they're all not in place properly. So now we just need to wait for them to breed. They are mammals, so they'll not be in eggs, they'll do live birth. Others can also go off to the side, so you might want to build a container around it so it doesn't shoot to the side of the planet. If you see that they're not breeding, then you just need to move them in closer to the middle, because the male's in the middle, so you'll be closer that way. As you can see, there's loads more space to go in, so don't worry that they just never can reach and it's just been a waste, because you can move them in and then they'll be loads closer. So as you can see, they're about to give birth in around 20 seconds, so I'm just going to stand back a bit. Now the ones that are close enough will give birth, but ones that didn't move close enough won't, but you can sort that. As you can see, yep, that's a lot of baby Ovis. They've all dropped down to the floor. Now what you want to do then, with all these babies, is claim them all. As you can see, they've gone pretty far. This one has gone as far as here. So, as I said, you might want to put some barriers to catch them. So you claim them all and raise them, make sure they're fed, and when they raise fully, you want to clear them because they can only gain XP whilst raised. And then, as I showed you at the start of the video, you can level all of the points into health, then butcher them with a chainsaw. Oh yeah, as you can see, there are a few on the sides, but a bit of better positioning will fix that. There's only, let's see, 2 of them though, and I think that came from the faulty levels anyway, so it's not much of a problem. So that's all for this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please subscribe so don't miss another, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.